game reps with that today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing about spring training. Sometimes and his results were good, but we need the process to work. I mean, we need to be able to work on things. We need to be able to do things, and I was happy he was able to mix it in a little bit more today.
How nice is it to see a pair of zeros from Bednar and Holderman today?
Yeah, it was good. And again, I mean, they're working on things. I mean, the other day, they both gave up runs, and there wasn't a lot of hard contact. I mean, David made a fastball down, but it was good to see the execution today. Breaking ball was sharper from David today, which I know was something to think about. You know, Colin mixed in four-seamer, threw a couple change-ups. So it's good. And I think we have to go back to it's February 28th, and, you know, we need guys to work on things. Sometimes the results may not be good. Today they were good, but as long as we're getting the quality of work in and the quality of reps in, that's the main thing.
Get a chance to look at Braxton Ashcraft. He might not have had his best day, but how much do you maybe not focus on that, but more so on how the ball is coming out of his hand, how he's reacting?
100%. I mean, going back to that last point, I mean, he was in the zone. If he's out of the zone, I mean, he gave up 2 runs on you know, a ball that he jammed a guy with, and the guy's got the second and third because of a swinging bunt. But overall, he was on the plate, and that's the most important thing. And I thought the stuff played well.
First base, we're going to talk about that all spring. Jared made some really nice defensive plays there, which I know is nothing new. But, I mean, how valuable is it to have a guy who can really do that everywhere on the diamond, so when you do have an injury, you have a premium glove at that spot?
Yeah, and I mean, that's a premium glove in the infield, and, you know, that's why they gave him the gold glove for a utility guy. You don't see very many rookies win it as a utility guy, which I think is really rare. But having that kind of security blanket of knowing that he can go over there and play, I think that's very comforting. And to your point, yeah, we're probably going to be talking about first base all spring.
Let's talk a little more first base then. Yesterday with DJ Stewart getting the start there at first, just what's been your impression of him, both defensively there getting the chance, but also on the offensive side, because it looks like he's in a really strong spot.
Yeah, yesterday, I mean, he got tested. He had 2 or 3 plays over there, had to go to his right. He's been swinging the bat well, and we know he can hit. So it's one of those things where, you know, we're seeing if it plays over there along with being in the outfield, because versatility will definitely help in that situation.
What do you like about his swing?
It's short, it's compact. He has an idea what he's doing. He has the ability to get the ball out front and hit the fastball, which I think is important.
A question about Juhan Vay. Seems like he's doing pretty okay. Previous games, is he going through any changes?
Yeah, I mean, he did a really good job this winter with his swing. He worked really hard on it. I mean, he probably had one of, if not the best at bat of the day, with the fact that he fouled off a number of pitches. I mean, when you play the Rays, you're going to see 95 to 100 from every single guy, and the at bat that G had was really good. He made a nice play coming in to get the backside runner when the kid tripped. But overall, I think the work he's done, he's been really diligent this offseason, which was good to see.
When you have a guy like him who can play infield, all 3 spots in the outfield, and then has the speed that can be a difference maker on the bases, I mean, does that put him in line for a potential utility role, 4th outfielder role, that as a guy that could be a pinch hitter off the bench, could be a pinch runner off the bench?
Yeah, I think it's competition. You know, the big thing for G is going to be continue to grow offensively. We've seen him perform at AAA. It has not translated as consistently at the major league level. The work that he did this winter, we're hoping will kind of translate into putting him in competition for one of those last spots.
All good.